video. So I became a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator because I have noticed that a lot of the products that I have is not easily accessible. So I was trying to figure out ways where I could continue to teach my class and my classes and use products that was more accessible to the general public, because I do a lot of shopping from the UK and they have limited stock, or I buy it on HSN from those companies with limited stock, and you can't get them again because they only make a certain quantity of them. And so I wanted to make sure that you can kind of get some of the stuff, or you can substitute. I can use the ideas that I make stuff with, but then you can substitute it with something from like the Stampin' Up! Catalog. And so I became a demonstrator, not to become a demonstrator in the such as the regular way, but to just be able to buy stuff uniformly for people, and I can send you to Stampin' Up! To get the products. So but when you're doing a class or something, you have to use Stampin' Up! Stuff. And so that was one of my things. I had to buy like which I've been wanting for a while, is their scoreboard. I like the scoreboard because they have these little things here. And so when you put your paper on to score with this scoreboard, I know this is 6 because this little thing is here. So if you have a 5 and 5/8 or something, you can put it in wherever, or 8 and 3/4, you can put it wherever you want it, and you can score like that. And so that is the reason why I got the scoreboard as part of my order, uh, because of that reason. And also, it's the same reason why I picked up the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. For that same reason. So I got this is the new paper trimmer, and it has a cutting blade and a scoring tool all in one. So if you're doing something, or you're out, or you're working on a project, you can score right on this trimmer instead of using your scoreboard. So then if you're cutting your paper at 5.5 and you want to score at 4.25, all you have to do is push this blade out the way, come in with your paper, go to 4.25, right there, score with this, take this same sheet of paper and go to 5.5, 5.25, 5.5, right there. And the markings are very clear. And then cut your page, and now you have your 2-card bases all in one step. So that's a good attribute of this trimmer. I'm going to get the what do you call the Stamparatus. I'm going to place an order for that also, so I can have that, because I do have Misty's, but if I'm doing a class with Stampin' Up! Stuff, I need to be consistent and purchase all of the things. I got these blades because the trimmer that I use regularly is a Fiskars, and it works pretty good most of the time, but sometimes those blades get so dull so fast. Depending on what you're cutting, I made sure I got an extra pack. Then I picked up I picked up the steel seams, and that's because I seen somebody online do this, and it was so cute. And what you do is this is the snow globe, and you stamp your design in the snow globe, so you'll be able to see it like that, as it were, on the paper, and then this piece is stamped right here. What I forgot to get, or I couldn't get, because you can only get, when you're doing your initial kit, you can only get a certain amount, is the dies. And so I'll put an order in for the dies for this. And this is a Christmas um, sentiment, so it's made for Christmas, but you don't have to use this for Christmas. I have a lot of small scenes like this by Stampscape, and I can build a small scene to put in there easily. And there's more of them in the catalog. I seen them on page, I want to say, yeah, 58, where you can pick up other scenes to put inside of, inside of that die. And so I will be looking at these and other ones to see about purchasing them, so that we'll have some things to do in our class, because these is for our classes, and I want to make sure that we have what we need for our classes. And so that was this one. And then I always pick up the end colors, no matter what they are, because they last for 2 years. Even though I never get rid of my stamp pads, I keep them because they last for a long time. I usually get re-inkers, but the re-inkers was out. So these are all of the end colors for this year, meaning these are like the add-ons, because you have to bring some freshness to your stuff. And so those are the in colors, and no matter what, I always get in colors every time I place an order. Every year I stay up, even if I had another consultant. I had a consultant for Stampin' Up, and I still got the in colors no matter what. I always get in colors. So that's to keep your stamps fresh and new. And it's not like I don't have a bunch of other things, but sometimes you want something specific that's not in another line of stamps, or a color that maybe I don't have this one in any of my other ones that I see, and so I can use that one. And so that's why. Plus, I need Stampin' Up inks when I'm doing projects. Okay. Then I got this for free. This was the free paper pumpkin subscription box. You can get this every month. And I got this for free with my order. And this is the stamp set. Is that backwards? Yeah. This is the stamp set. It has a rose and the cake slice. And this is, you stamp that as the cake piece, the cake itself, and color in the icing and that kind of stuff. And then it has a kit that it goes with, and they give you the little cube stamping spot to make this kit. Let me see. I don't really know. Ooh, I want to be careful. I don't know what's in here. I didn't open it before this. These are some gorgeous sequins. They don't give you but 2 or 3 of them though, don't they? They only give you a drop in the bucket. You only gonna get one card. It's good that they gave you the Stampin' Dimensionals though. Oh, okay. So the little kit has everything you need to make the cards that oh, I like this splash. I love splashy type things. I don't like to do them, but I like them. These are the envelopes that go with them. And so I'll make these cards up so I can give them to my church, so that they can use them for the sick and shut in. Those are cute. What is this little thing here? I don't know what these are. Little Stampin' Dots. You can color them, I guess. I'll see when I get to, I'll make this. I'll make some of these. I'll make one of each so you can see what each one looks like and how it goes together. So that was this box. And then last but not least, I got the Blossoms and Bloom. And this is that watercolor set that everybody is gaga over, and you could pick any set. And so this was the most expensive set, and so instead of buying it, I picked it with my order, and it's nice. I like it. I like the fact that it's really pretty. It stamps really well. It came with the die, so of course I transfer them onto my sheets. Um, these, what do you call these things? These are magnetic sheets, but they're the vent covers. I buy them a bunch of them at a time from Lowe's, Home Depot, Office Depot, whatever, one of those places. And so this right here is really cute, and I did cut it out. I stamped it, that design, and that's what you do. You stamp it, and then you die cut out the image that goes on top. So this goes right, is that the right way to put that? Yeah. Yeah, that's the right way. That image goes right on top, and you can stop there. But they have this piece, which is the additional layer piece, which gives it even more dimension. And so I did that. So that really brought all the flowers and the stamps that I put. And, you know, I did it in the brown because we're still using that lavender paper. And what I probably will do is ink around the edges in that pale purple. And then use that brown cardstock as the backing, because this is cut down to a smaller size layer, and then put a sentiment across, and voila, you have a beautiful card. And I think that this would be really good if you pop it up a layer like that also. But it's a lot of things you can do with this one. I will definitely make sure that this is one of our classes, because this is really, really pretty. And it die cut like a dream. I sent it through my Gemini with my metal shim, and it died. I mean, it cut out really good. Stepping Up do have a new cutting machine, but I'm not buying that. I have so many cutting machines. I'm not about to buy that. But that was my Stampin' Up haul. So if you need a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you don't have one, you know, give me a call. But I wanted to show you this right here. This is another one of my clipboards. I'm fascinated with making these clipboards now, for real, because I found this piece here online, because I was using the this one, and this one is really good, and it's sturdy. I like it. It's really sturdy. This is not moving or anything. I glued it down with my 3D gel, and I decorated it up really nicely. But when I seen that I could buy these, I made this one. I just need to decorate it. I was in awe. Like, this is a cute clipboard, and you will never guess what this paper is. You will not guess this paper. It is so pretty. I love this paper, and then I just did it on the back. I closed this in. I made them a little thinner, and it's still strong. It's a strong clipboard, just as strong as buying one. I used the eyelet setter to set them, just like a regular clipboard, and it is strong. It's a regular clipboard, and then I put this design on there, and I put shimmer. I don't know. There you go. Right there. You can see the shimmer on there. To help kind of make it meld it into the paper, so when you're working, you don't slide across it with your paper. But let me tell you what this is. Hello, puppy. Excuse me. I need to move for a minute. I want to show you what this paper is. It's huge. You can see this. This is not scrapbooking paper. It's wallpaper. See that? Big, gigantic sheets of wallpaper. So that's where I got that paper from. I just pulled it out the book. I cut it out this book. But if you need some gigantic papers, go to a place that sells wallpaper that gets rid of their books, and buy you and get these for free. I mean, I didn't pay for this book. There is a place in our city, in our state, where you can buy different kinds of old art supplies, and they had this book, and I was like, oh my god, I need that, and so I bought it. Now I'm mad I didn't get some more, but I don't really need any paper either. But this paper was um bigger than my regular paper, and I can use it for my mini albums, covers and um, pages. But I used it for the clipboard, which I thought was really really cute. So um, and my husband was like, "What is that paper? I love that. That's really cute." I'm like, he probably would have used this too if I want to put this big flower on here. But I was like, that is just the cutest ever. So I'm just happy to. I love making these little clipboards, and they don't take any more time than any other project. And so we're gonna be doing those in our paid classes, not in the um all about the paper classes, because those clips are expensive and I don't want people to have to pay for that if they don't, because the class is supposed to be offered for free and I don't want them to have to pay for anything. But if you would like to, if you need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please let me know. I'm going to actually do a series called Just in Case, uh, Stampin' Up! Just in Case. And what I'm going to do is take some of these designs in here and I'm going to use stamp sets and I'm going to make these projects with those stamp sets. I'm going to make the cards and use them as a sketch. And we will be making some of these projects in this book because this catalog has gorgeous ideas. So we're going to case some of these projects so we can have some cute designs, right? Because I have a lot of stamps and stuff. And so even if I don't use the specific one in the book, we still can use this. Like, this is a perfect example of how you can combine a tree stamp with a background stamp and make this design. So we'll be doing stuff like that. So that's what I wanted to tell you, that I am now a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for the purpose of my classes and making sure people can have access to some of the supplies and stuff that I use on a daily basis. So thank you so much. I appreciate you allowing me in your space, and I will see you in the next one.